Alrighty, I'm gonna jump right in. So here's what I want to talk to you about today. A fair amount of you here in this group are entrepreneurs. And what I would love for you to do for me as I'm getting started with this, if you're watching the replay, I would love for you to comment below #replay. And I would love it if you would let me know where you're tuning in from. Let me know where you are in the world. And just let me know how you're doing. Let me know how you are doing. Hey there, one viewer. How are you? Let me know how you're doing, how you are moving through your days, where most of us are in our homes, and some of us who have children, we're homeschool teachers now. Let me know how this is going for you. So what I want to talk to you about today is just a little wisdom nugget for female entrepreneurs. Okay, because I know most of you in this group are business owners. You either have an online business or you have a brick and mortar business. And I want to share this nugget of wisdom with you because we live in a world that is very much results driven, right? Like we are always looking to the result, right? How productive are you? What results are you getting? How are you performing, right? So very performance-based, very results-based world that we live in. And when you become an entrepreneur, that's exactly what you start looking for is the results. And so, but what I find a lot of the times, because of how our mind works, we want to put the cart before the horse sometimes. And here's what I mean by that. A lot of the clients that I work with have this fear around being visible online, right? They have this fear around doing Facebook Lives or showing up, consistently, or emailing their email list consistently, or just really have this fear in the background of being seen, of being visible. And a lot of the times the fear can be twofold. It could be, it's fear of making a mistake or messing up, right? So I don't want to be online and mess up and then everybody sees me mess up. Or it could be when you're online, you're not getting that engagement that you're looking for, right? Like no one's engaging with you. So you're like, well, what's the point? Well, what I want to share with you today is that even though, number one, there is no such thing as failure, right? You're just always learning and growing and expanding. And in order for you to really master your craft and to master what it is that you're good at, you've got to show up and you've got to give yourself permission to mess it up, permission to fumble your words, permission to, not be all polished and perfect. Because here's a newsflash, none of us are perfect, and the customers and clients that are meant to work with you are not looking for you to be absolutely perfect. They're not looking for you to never make a mistake, right? Our ability to show up and maybe make a mistake, or our ability to show up even when we're nervous, it gives our audience and those watching us permission to go out and do the same, right? So for you entrepreneurs out there, you are a role model for those who would love to do what it is that you're doing, right? The second piece of this is, you may show up and no one's engaging with you, no one's talking, right? Like right now, there is nobody talking to me on this Facebook Live, right? There's nobody leaving me comments right now. However, I'm not here for you to like or to comment, right? I love it, right? And I want you to comment. I want you to engage with me. I want you to show up and be engaged and ask questions and get your questions answered, right? However, as an entrepreneur, you have to have a long-term mindset, right? You're thinking long-term. So every time you show up online or every time you show up in your business, it's not just for that moment, it's for the longevity of your business. It's you practicing and getting into the momentum of showing up. And that is how you begin to build, and build. That's how you begin to see the results. And so sometimes the results that you're looking for in business aren't always directly linked to one specific activity that you do in your business. So somebody could say to you, oh, well, if you want to get more clients and you need to do more Facebook Lives, you need to do more of this, you need to do more of that, you need to do more of this. So you start doing all these things And yes, you start attracting people to your business, you start onboarding clients, but it's never just the one thing that you're doing, right? It's a culmination of all the things that you're doing. It's a culmination of all the ways in which you're showing up, right? It has to also do with your energy of how you're showing up in your business. So yeah, you may have people not really commenting or watching, right? Like no one's commenting right now, but that's not the point. The point is that you're showing up and you're putting the energy out there to say, hello, this is what I have to offer. This is what it is. This is how I can help you. And as you're putting that energy out, you're giving the universe a pathway to be able to respond to you. And it may not be from this video, right? Or it may not be from that blog post, or it may not be from that email you sent out, but you will still have results attracted to you because you've put yourself in motion. So, what I hear sometimes is, well, I don't want to do that until I get an audience, or, once I get my first client, then I'll do this. Or once I make X amount of dollars in my business, then, I feel like I should do this. And that's the wrong type of thinking for being an entrepreneur, right? Because you actually have to put yourself out there and put the thing out there first, and then allow the things that you're looking for to be attracted to you, right? So it's not waiting until something happens. It's showing up and doing what you can right now so that the things that you do desire can come to you, right? It's not sitting back and playing the waiting game and be like, well, I'll just wait until I'm making this amount of money in my business, or until I have this many people in my Facebook group, or until I have, X amount of number of people on my email list. If you wait until then, it will never happen, because what's going to happen is you're not going to be in action, right? You're just going to be sitting back waiting. So to get to the results that you're looking for in your business, you've got to show up, and you've got to be willing to put forth the effort. You got to be willing to show up even when nobody's listening, even when nobody's commenting, even when nobody is there. Because what I know for sure is that people are still watching, right? People are still watching. People are really good at just kind of sitting back and just looking and, watching what you're doing. They're not saying nothing. They're not commenting. They're just kind of watching, right? And that's okay. But you've got to know in your mind that this is what's happening, right? And still have the resolve to show up anyway. And recognize that, yes, you will get the result that you desire. But you also got to make sure that you are celebrating every little result that comes to you. So maybe you have a goal in your business to make a certain amount of money, or to enroll a certain amount of clients, or to bring a certain amount of people on your team. Maybe that's your goal. Well, if you don't learn how to celebrate the small results that you get, you won't appreciate the big ones. So what is it that you can celebrate today that went really well for you in your day or in your business? So I have this practice that I do at the end of the day where I write down what went really well in my day and what didn't go so well in my day and what I want to do different the next day. And what that exercise allows me to do is that it gives me perspective. So on those days where I feel like nothing's happened, nothing amazing happened, nothing exciting happened, when I start writing down what went well in my day, I begin to see that, wait a minute, I actually accomplished more than I thought I did. And what that does is it puts you in an energy of appreciation. It puts you in an energy of gratitude. And when you're in that space, when you're in that headspace, when you're in that energy space, you are open to receive what you desire. Whereas if you don't celebrate the small wins, the small successes, if you remain unconscious to what you are accomplishing in each day, then the big things that you want to come to you aren't going to show up because you're not opening yourself up to be available for them to show up. So I invite you to do this exercise with yourself each day. What went well in your day? What didn't go so well in your day? And what will you choose to do different? And celebrate every little success, that you achieved that day. Even if it's the smallest thing, I want you to appreciate it, right? And understand that this is how you build over time. This is how you build your business, is one small action done consistently over a period of time, right? And even when it looks like it's not working, you've got to believe and you've got to be grounded in the fact that it is working. It is working for me. I can't see it right now, but it is working, right? My mentor shared this mantra with me, and I want to share it with you because it helps in those moments when you are putting yourself out there and you are doing the work and you are showing up and you are putting, asking for the sale and you're doing all the things, but you're not seeing the result. Here's a mantra that I want to share with you that my mentor shared with me that I absolutely love. And it says, I am positively expecting great results no matter what I see in front of me. The universe is rearranging itself for my best interest right now. And I have this hanging on my wall to remind me in those moments when it looks like things aren't working, that really they are working. I just can't see them with my physical eyes yet. So I still get to show up and do the work and be present and do all the things that I am, feeling called to do all the things that I'm learning with the belief and with the groundedness to know that it's working, right? And that the right people, the right women who are meant to hear my message will hear my message and they will show up in the exact right time. So being an entrepreneur is like the biggest, it is a faith walk for sure. It is a faith walk, right? You got to believe in things that you cannot see yet. And you've got to trust yourself. You got to trust that what you are putting out, that the way that you are showing up is beautiful and perfect. And when you do the exercise I mentioned to you earlier about what you will do different, when you have that list that says, here's the things that I could do different, that's beautiful because now you can show up the next day and you can be even better, right? So imagine if you can be better, just 1% better each and every day. That will get you to where you desire to be, all right? So I hope that this message today inspired you and that it encouraged you, because that is my intention with this message today. And I invite you to leave me a comment. I invite you to let me know what you think. I invite you to let me know what came up for you and if this resonated with you. And as you already know, if you desire support around becoming unstuck and unstoppable in your business, because you're in your head or you're in your way or you're lacking clarity around how to move through your business and what that looks like, then please reach out to me and let's have a conversation about what it would look like for me to help you get where you want to be, okay? I'm sending you all the love. I hope everything is going well for you in your world, and I will talk to you again soon. Bye.